watching USA, America's all-entertainment network.
Hi.
Hello.
Look, Jody, I want to thank you for letting me come up here. You could have made me say what I had to say over the phone.
What did you want to say?
Well, just that I know that I'm not welcome here, and I'd like to apologize for forcing our relationship.
Okay. You apologize, now leave.
Jody, I'd like a chance to make it up to you.
How?
Well, I know that you still love Preacher.
Oh, come on. Look, I never said that. I'm over him, but that doesn't mean that you and
just
I are...
come down to the video disco, and I'll do everything I can to patch things up between you two, okay?
Really? And can you see through walls, too?
Jody, can you at least let me try and make it up to you? Trust me.
I don't.
Jody, I know what's best for you,
Robbie,
okay?
please don't start.
I know
Robbie,
what's best for
please.
you. So you'll be coming by the video disco tonight?
I guess if you think that I should.
Yeah, I do. And, wear that red dress of yours, okay?
The city is under siege. What the hell does that mean?
Yo, Mr. Whitney.
Preacher.
You want to see me?
Yeah, I've got some more information on the Grantman research facility.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about the same thing, and I don't think it's such a good idea that you and me are working on this thing together.
Matt, are you getting cold feet?
No, don't take it too personal now, but I'm a deputy here, and the word around town is you're not too popular with the cops.
We're all working for the same side. And since thanks to you, we know that the cable TV signals come from the ISIS building, you and I know more about what's happening than anybody else in Monticello. Except for the police, if you've told them.
No, I ain't got enough information to go to them.
You see, we can't prove anything until we know exactly what's going on.
All right, I'm hip to that.
The police are powerless because they're hampered by the law.
Oh, and like we're not?
Now you got it. So are you with me or not?
Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
Hello, Robbie.
Mr. Van Dyne,
Lovely view, don't you think?
we've accomplished an awful lot, sir.
Do you have some good news for me?
Well, if you can call it that, Jody's agreed to come to the video disco tonight.
That's splendid. And are all the new subliminal perception tapes ready to be run on the video disco screen?
Yes, sir. I've just finished programming the last of them. They should be ready to start telling Jody to kill Preacher tonight.
So how did you get involved in the investigation?
Let's just say I did it to stop somebody I know from getting hurt, and we're gonna leave it at that. Now, what is the scoop on the research place?
The research facility is owned by Alicia Van Dyne, which is why they were not too interested in finding the property that had been stolen.
Thanks. Now, she told him to lose interest, right?
Right.
And that means that Hamlin never stopped working for her.
Hamlin was just a smokescreen. That way, if Hamlin got caught, the center was off the hook.
Now, did you find out what all that equipment was?
No, that equipment is a very closely guarded secret.
Relax, Robbie. There's nothing to be worried about. The plan cannot fail.
Well, I'm not worried.
Well, you certainly seem a little uneasy. Share your thoughts.
I just don't see why Jody has to kill Preacher.
You don't?
Well, no, why can't Ron or one of my men do it?
Robbie, there is too much attention focused on your little discotheque. Anyone else would be too suspicious.
Well, what about Hext and his team? I'm sure they'd be happy to do it.
It is common knowledge that Ms. Travis and Preacher have broken up, correct?
Yeah, they had a fight in my club.
Therefore, the public will not find it hard to believe when she kills him during a lover's quarrel.
I guess not.
What could be simpler? The other alternatives might land you in jail.
But Mr. Van Dyne, Jody is innocent.
I'm surprised at you, Robbie. I thought you were only in this for the money.
Well, I am.
There are other girls, Robbie, and believe me, when I make you a wealthy man, you can have your pick.
Look, I'm not giving you an hour. I need that laboratory report now. I know that every department is short of manpower, but I don't care if you're backed up till November. Just get that done, huh?
Chief?
Yeah. Now listen, did I tell you I just got 9 men back from sick leave? Don't count on it, though. I just lost 10 more this morning.
Yeah, tell me about it. Look, I finally got those IDs on the 2 John Does that are in the morgue.
All right, let's have it.
Well, the first one was an electronics expert, the one that we thought was Cliff Nelson. His name is John Smith. Seems to have some connection with Mo Eberhard.
All right, haul Eberhard in.
Afraid we can't. He's left town.
Great. How about the other one?
The other one, the one that tried to bug Miles's telephone?
What took so long with him?
Well, it should have happened a lot faster, except I had to do the fingerprint search myself.
Frankly, I'm surprised you got any information at all.
Yeah, well, I won't tell you how far behind I am in everything else.
Thank you, don't. What's the deceased's name?
Clarence Kelsey, a.k.a. Carter Bayou, a.k.a. Charles Kent, and so on and so on. You might as well read it for yourself.
Marvin Littlefield, Sam Bermuda. All these names belong to this one body?
Yes, and an equally long list of arrests.
I see grand larceny, auto theft, assault. This guy certainly takes his work seriously. Anything else?
No, he wasn't working by himself. His partner's name is Ron Mims.
Wait a minute, isn't that the new bartender at the video disco?
One and the same.
Well, I'll be. All right, if Hamlin is behind this attempt to bug Miles' phone, then maybe we finally gotten a lever that we can open him up with.
I'd like nothing better.
All right, get Mims down here for questioning.
You got it. Oh, Mims, the word.
Character Hamlin has got to do with Alicia and her brother.
Well, see, Hamlin's been playing it real cool, and I've talked to some of those other installers for the cable TV. But all those dudes seem to be doing, man, is just collecting paychecks.
We're still going about this the wrong way.
Hey, my old man's got a set of keys like that.
These are master keys for most of the buildings I used to own.
Mr. Whitney, it looked like you own most of the town.
Yeah, well, now somebody else does. At one time, I was going to use them to try to get into the ISIS offices when I was still looking for Alicia. Who knows? Maybe 1 or 2 of them will fit a couple of the doors in the 29th floor or the 30th floor.
No, man, it's gonna take you like to the year 2000 to deal with all those keys and locks.
You got a better idea?
Well, let's just say I got a little experience in getting into places where I'm not wanted.
Your father again.
Yeah, he's like the big-time professor at the University of Life. So why don't you let me contemplate on it for a while, all right?
Good enough. Oh, hey, Preacher. I appreciate this.
Mr. Whitney, basically, you and me is all this town's got.
Hello, Detective Stoner.
I'm looking for Ron Mims. You know him?
Yeah, sure I do. He's the bartender here. As a matter of fact, he should be checking in any minute now.
I'll wait.
Suit yourself.
Thanks.
What seems to be the problem?
I'll discuss that with Mims.
You don't have to tell me that it's difficult to find Spencer. Farm owners won't cooperate, huh? Well, that's to be expected. I mean, they're using illegal immigrants, and that's what Spencer's trying to pass himself off as. Well, try with the workers then. Yeah, see, but be careful, honey. All right. You call me tonight then, right? I love you too. Bye, Geraldine. I'll talk to you later.
You love your aunt. How sweet.
It's like a mother to me. Hello, Alicia.
Hello, Skylar.
You look very corporate today.
That's because I'm here on business. Have you thought about my offer?
Which one?
To come and work with me.
To work for you. Well, any man would be honored to work next to you, Alicia, but I can't.
Why?
Because I'm nobody's number 2 man. Come on, you know that.
Yes, I do. But I thought you might be attractive.
I am. But there's also a matter of my diamonds to be found.
Which I told you I know nothing about. Sky, why can't you believe I wasn't responsible?
Tell me something, Hamlin. You know a guy by the name of Clarence Kelsey?
I thought you wanted to talk to Ron.
Yeah, well, I just thought as long as we were both here.
All right, Clarence. What did you say his last name was? Oh, hey, Ron.
You're Ron Mims.
Yeah, and you're a cop.
That's right. Detective Calvin Stone of Monticello Police. I want to ask you a few questions about your pal, Clarence Kelsey.
Oh, gee, Clarence. I don't think I've seen Clarence for, well, at least a month.
Now, is that a fact?
Yeah.
You know, that's funny because word's out that you two were together as recently as last Thursday night when Clarence boarded after he tried to tap Miles Kavanaugh's telephone. As a matter of fact, you also knew Michael Stern, didn't you?
Yeah, so?
So, Michael died of a stab wound. And we've got witnesses that saw you pull a knife on Preacher Emerson right in here a couple of days ago.
Well, let him tell me that to my face.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I want to see the knife. And so does the forensic lab.
You want to see my knife? Well, I'll be glad to show you my knife.
I got hooked up.
Drop it! No! I mean, don't you move. That's some real good shooting, Hamlin, especially if he was who you were aiming at. Yeah, give me Chief Mallory.
Sky, what's wrong? Is it Raven?
Raven? Raven who?
Then what? What is it? Don't you know how I feel about you?
Oh, come on, Alicia. I remember you saying once that you hated me.
But that was years ago.
Yeah. But you also said that you would never be beaten in any business deal by a man, but I beat you. I imagine that could be enough of a motive for you to try to ruin me.
Then why would I be here now?
To gloat? To try to further humiliate me by making me your number 2 man?
Sky, you have to believe me.
I do. Why? You know, having my diamond stolen wasn't the only thing that happened around here.
What else? What are you talking about?
Do you own a company called Investors Cable TV?
No. Why?
You sure? You sure you haven't gotten so powerful that you no longer bother to learn the names of your subsidiaries?
That's the truth. Uninet is the only television company I've ever owned, cable or otherwise.
Really? Well, then why does its signal originate at the ISIS building?
How should I know? We're not the only tenants. Why didn't you ask, what's the name? Investors Cable.
I'd love to, but they don't have any offices at the ISIS building. As near as I can tell, they don't have any offices anywhere.
I honestly have no explanation.
Well, maybe your brother knows. Why don't you ask him?
All right. Maybe I will.
Look.
No matter whether Ron was a friend or not, he was attacking a police officer. I just did what any concerned citizen would do.
Man, you killed a possible witness.
I saved your life.
Is that gun registered?
Of course it is. I wouldn't break the law.
Cal. How'd you see it happen?
Look, Chief, I was much too busy at the time to see where this guy was aiming, but I just don't trust him on general principles.
I know, but I haven't got anything to bring him in on.
Yeah, I know.
All right, there's going to be a complete investigation. You know that.
Yeah, I know. That's standard.
Taking the gun for evidence, and I suggest you keep yourself available for further questioning.
I will. I'd be happy to.
Almost too happy if you ask me.
Is there anything else?
No, you've been very cooperative, thank you.
Well, then if you don't mind, I'd like to get ready to open, all right?
Alan, come on. All right.
Well, I guess I'll have to get myself another bartender. Why don't you go dance with Rick for a little while, okay? Just kind of get into it. Let it sink in.
Lost my way to paradise, but it's a far, far better way I find. And now I know the heart that needs me. I can tell the words that's true.
Yeah, this is Robbie.
Yeah, I started to play the tapes, and I've increased the message to 10 per second.
And it's starting to take effect?
Yeah, Jody's beginning to feel it.
Very good, Robbie.
Well, she should be ready in a day or so to take care of Preacher.
Excellent. Alicia.
What is that stupid thing?
Oh, it's a security device, so my conversations cannot be recorded.
Who would bother?
Only a precaution.
Louis, what are you doing in Monticello?
I work here.
Don't play games with me. What the hell are you up to? What is Investors Cable TV?
Oh, that. Well, it's just a little investment package I've put together for some very respectable businessmen.
Well, from what I've heard, it's not just a little package.
That's true. In fact, I have 4 cable franchises covering Monticello under various names. And you'll be pleased to know I've just been awarded a franchise in the state capital.
I am not pleased.
Alicia, you shouldn't worry. I've used my own money for this. You are not at risk.
Louis, I am going to begin a complete check of all of my companies. If I find you have been using Uninet or any of the others to your own ends, I'll crush you.
But why? Everything I do is for you. It's all for you.
I never asked you to.
But I'll do anything for you. You know that. Anything you want.
Right now, what I want most in the world is Sky Whitney. And if you and Sky are on opposite sides, I'll help Sky.
But I'm your flesh and blood.
Louis, I am talking about love, not an accident of birth.
No, not this time. I won't let you take it all away from me this time.
Watching everything you do, I can feel it break down deep inside. There's no place where your heart can hide. I got X-ray eyes.
Now, Jell-O instant pudding is even easier to make with the Jell-O pudding shaker. All you do is add milk, a small box of your favorite Jell-O instant pudding, and shake.
Hey, Mom! It was great! I had the ball. I looked to my left. 7 over here. 10 yards. 20 yards. Touchdown!
See, with the Jell-O pudding shaker, pudding's so easy to make, it almost makes itself.
Get your free shaker today where you buy Jell-O brand pudding.
You're Sarah Tucker. Betty White. Just between us girls, what makes your dessert so special?
The homemade fresh taste of Cool Whip.
Toppings, topping.
You haven't tried Cool Whip Original or Extra Creamy Dairy Recipe.
Extra creamy?
Taste.
Really creamy. Thanks, Sarah.
We girls have to stick together.
Maybe I'll open an inn and call it the White House.
Homemade fresh taste is why Cool Whip is on top.
Now try Extra Creamy in new 12-ounce size.
Tuesday, Jack goes out on a limb to steal a letter, but runs into trouble for an explanation. Three's company. Then,
How can you sleep?
will Madeline's play close before it opens?
So it's good night, Irene.
Oh, Madeline. And
Lieutenant Commander Hart reporting for duty.
Jonathan's called to active duty and needs the right stuff.
We're about to make the defense breakthrough of the decade.
To stay alive. Heart to heart. Tomorrow, all starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain. Wednesday, custody battles get dirty.
That is a lie.
On Dynasty.
You're my tab, you're one of a kind. You're a 1-calorie friend of mine. You're my tab, you're the taste for me. You're beautiful as a soul that can be. So you know what I think.
Love it.
You're my perfect soft drink.
What else?
You're not my diet anything. You're my tab. You're not my diet anything. You're my tab.
I love to celebrate, and I love a party. But this looks like trouble. We are talking about serious trouble. And that's why I love Sweet and Low. And so do 29 million other people. It's been around for years, and it tastes fabulous. That's why you see it wherever you go. Now, Sweet and Low isn't going to keep you from getting into trouble. But it can sure help you to get out of it.
Wherever you go, Sweet and Low.
On All My Children, an evening of celebration becomes a night of terror.
Erica knows just as much as Palmer does. They must be eliminated. Yes, of course, both of them.
And now Daisy knows the whole truth.
If you could get Mr. Paul Cortland, I need to speak to him.
Hello.
And and a hired assassin puts a deadly plan into action. There's danger on board on All My Children.
Barbara Mandrell. Can the great American shoe store stay in tune with hit singer Barbara Mandrell?
Kitty can. Kitty can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Miss Barbara Mandrell.
Kitty can.
Right now, Kinney can give you the looks you want, the selection you want, and the prices you want. Right, Barbara?
Kitty can.
And
Inchworm, you gotta know. Your kids will love it everywhere they go. Inchworm, inchworm, I'm telling you true. Riding it is fun to do. Inchworm, I love you.
You're my friend, Inchworm.
Your kids will love riding up and down on Inchworm from Hasbro Preschool.